Peace, family. So I'm back with another one. Today what I want to do is I want to talk to my chosen ones about how the enemy will give you the most excuses in the world. You know what I mean? And you gotta let them go if they're not taking any steps. If they are people that you kind of care about or wanted to help, you gotta let them go. You gotta let them go. So the thing is with these oppositions out here, right? Once they already have that playbook fully engulfed and they're leading with that oppositional playbook, you have to understand, like, a lot of these beings, they don't want to change and they don't want to shift. It's very few that you find in that space that will put in the actual steps to create that shift, right? And a lot of times we see beings trying and we tend to give them more credit than what's due. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like seeing somebody plant a seed and they taking care of the tree for like a week, and then 6 months down the road, or 3 months, 2 months down the road, they aren't even nurturing or tending to the tree anymore. You know what I'm saying? So then the tree doesn't survive, but you just only happen to witness when they was actually nurturing the tree very little. You know what I mean? A lot of these demons out here, they like to do busy work. Busy work. There's a difference between busy work and being productive. You know what I mean? So a lot of these beings in these positions, you know, are the people and the ones around you that you call to kind of get some of their time and energy, or you want to pull up on them, or you want them to pull up on you, you know. And they have more than enough excuses, and they have absolutely no productivity happening. So, for example, like, I know there's one witch, right? She's a younger witch, but it was like a digital meet and kind of exchanged into a impersonal with a couple of my beings in my real lifetime. You know what I mean? And this being came around with plenty of complaints and concerns and making it seem as if they wanted to get better and do better. And they have beings around them who knows these steps and that knows how to fight these battles and know how to still be supportive and energetically there for being, even if they're not in their physical presence. These beings are full of so much shit and are so entitled that all of that still goes out the window. You know what I mean? Like, how do you put yourself around beings who are growing spiritually first, then physically, right? And they are aware of all of this witchy shit that's happening, and they taking it head on. But then your demonic demon ass wants to communicate so entitled and then not take the steps, as if we have to help you, as if we have to be there. A lot of these demons don't even realize, like, most of them don't even get to stay their full stay here. Even us fighting and having these obstacles, we still get to live a longer, more fruitful life than these demons, you know? And the being that I'm speaking of is fucking the other one that I just used as an example. They younger. They're like 18, 19. How are you 18, 19 and you are in the shittiest space spiritually? Like, your mom, your grandmother, all of these beings are keeping you in a shitty ass space at the age of 18, 19. And you don't have to be there. But instead, they choose to be there. They choose to get on these opioids. They choose to go on this. The younger generation is on like some kind of pornography hiatus. And I ain't talking about like just watching, because most of the women, they just fucking hit a button and a beta male or scent male, they just come flying around. But that seems to be the main objective on their to-do list, is let me see if I could burn my box out. And it's like, that's just the physical. You ain't even taking in the spiritual and how hard you are actually beating yourself down on top of your parents and your grandparents and whoever else is in the picture. You know what I mean? You are 18, 19 years old and you are in a shittier space than somebody who's 30, 40 years old. That's a problem. because you haven't been on this realm this long. So clearly your ancestors or the beings that you have around you are doing a really great demonic job at pulling your ass down. I don't ever recommend opioids to anybody, but when I see people bump across my space and they make it seem like they want help and they don't, and then once they bump away from my space, they're on opioids and they're crashing out, they're having all these weird chaotic syndromes where they want to hurt themselves, they don't want to hurt themselves, they want to go to college, they don't want to go to college, you know, they want to get a job, they don't want to get a job. It's like your ancestors, your handlers did such a good job on your ass that it most likely will be no hope for you. We are losing beings at 16, 17, 18, 19. I mean, I got a niece that's motherfucking 8, 9 years old. Like, she's about to be all the way programmed out. This shit is real. You know what I mean? And it's like a lot of these beings have to lose like an arm, a leg, a limb. You know, it has to be something detrimental that really happens in their life, because like a regular car accident, nobody gets hurt, isn't gonna do anything. You know, falling down the steps and, you know, twisting their ankle, it's not really gonna do what they are actually feeling and dealing with every day. You know, because the thing is like, we all know our team brings a lot of joy, brings a lot of light, brings a lot of life. But when you see these other beings, they're so miserable and disgusting that by next year, you're not even going to want to pick these people up no more. You're going to see and feel this shitty ass energy, and you're going to want to get the fuck away from it. You're going to start looking at people who are 9s and 10s in the pretty face, and you're going to start seeing them as Freddy Krueger, the way they should be seen. And it's the same thing with the men. You may see a fucking handsome man, that nigga is Freddy Krueger on the inside. You know what I mean? So I don't, the looks thing, I don't give a fuck about your physical vessel on that manner. I do care about it, but not on that manner. You know what I mean? When it comes to engaging and creating that bond, I'm more energetically, most of us are more energetically, spiritually based. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the process with us out here. We not in that same boat as, I'm down, I want to hurt myself 1 minute, and then it's like, oh, well, now I just, now I want to eat some potato chips and ice cream, and, now I just want to binge watch some Netflix. Like, these are not the spaces that we operate in. When we dive into, I need to binge on Netflix, or I need to eat something unhealthy, that's usually a temporary self-sabotage state, you know. And we usually, it's kind of like whooping your own ass. We are allowed to whoop our own ass. I'm allowed to whoop my own ass. That don't mean I'm gonna allow you to whoop my ass. You're allowed to whoop your own ass. That don't mean you have to allow me to whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like what we do with our little people. We discipline them while they're growing up until they get big enough to learn how to take responsibility and discipline themselves. We help discipline them until they learn to discipline themselves, or till we teach them the methods to learn to discipline themselves. It's just mind-blowing to me how disgusting these beings are. Like, one person, like, I was communicating, it was friendly conversation, it wasn't on no shit like that, and they had hit me one night. They was in a weird space. It was like 2:30, 3 a.m. I woke up, I saw the phone. I'm just, literally, they was outside the house, like driving around. They was in a shitty space spiritually. I'm asleep, but I still answered the phone, stayed on the phone with them for about 30, 40 minutes to make sure that they was Gucci and make sure that they made it home safe. You know what I mean? So in my world, it's like, I didn't have $1 billion to drop on you, but I got more energy than you could possibly fathom or muster up yourself. You know what I mean? So it's like, you'll have somebody wake up for you at 2:30, stay on the phone with you, and then their disgusting entitled ass will come back around and say some shit like, oh, I told you I had this, that, and third to do. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute. Your own people around you are not helping you or giving you the energy. They're actually crashing your stupid ass out by giving you more pills, by continuously enabling you. It's a million things that's happening right now that's keeping you in the space you in. You know what I mean? Like, the way this shit set up is, soon as them demons show me that entitlement, look, I ain't at a space no more to where I'm gonna be responding like trying to give them better energy. Nah, hell nah. If you spit my food, I'm gonna shoot you in the face. So that way, the next being that knows, hey, damn, I only spit his food jokingly. He shot this motherfucker all the way in the face. Yes, don't play with me like that. Don't play with the ones around me like that, because you don't know how far I'm willing to go for the lightest infraction. That's the problem with these beings. A lot of these beings, even being in Virginia, a lot of these beings haven't been in no physical altercation, so they don't even know what it's like to get the shit slapped out of them. Niggas don't even know what it feels like to just be talking and then I just punch you in your shit. Nigga, ain't no, oh, I'm asking you, do you want to fight, or you're trying to check temperatures. No. All of those physical ramifications are needed for people to understand that you will have harm done to you. You will. You know how many times I done seen on Discovery Channel, you see a lion go out and fight another lion or jump some animals and do some shit, and then they right back on the cubs just like, loving. That's me. That is me 24/7. Like, my daughter loves me to infinity and beyond. And that still doesn't take away. See, with my mini, I know that I have to use my feminine, the feminine qualities in order to be a better nurturer, because I'm a masculine male. That is not what the fuck we do. You know what I'm saying? We are nurturing, but we have different methods. But I know that with it not being a shared household with mom and dad, the dad still has to use his feminine traits along with his masculine traits. Even though I lead with 80% of my masculine traits, I still know how to use this other 20%, or bumping up a little bit more to 20% if I need to be more nurturing. You know what I mean? A lot of these beings are not nurturing. A lot of these beings are selfish, entitled motherfuckers, and they just have not had enough things done to them immediately, you know? Females can talk to men crazy. You know why? Because most men don't have siblings or cousins or other females that they go get to whoop these other females' asses, or at least try, because some of them ain't going to beat up every girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Some girlfriends can fight and your siblings will get dusted off. But for the other ones who do like to put themselves in those positions, you are at high risk. You know what I'm saying? And be mindful of how you communicate and entitle with people. Like the same way somebody was like, oh, I told you I had this and that and the third to do. Bitch, first of all, you're young as fuck. Second of all, you're talking to me way too goddamn entitled. And third of all, I want to slap you on your shit, but you're hours away from me and this is digital. So, it's like they wouldn't communicate like that with a judge, but that's what's showing you how disgusting and demonic these people are. You know what I'm saying? You'll communicate with another being who looks like a regular being. Even though the judge looks like a regular being, their physical setting shifts how you look and communicate with them. Because most of us don't even know a judge if we just see one in real life. I wouldn't be like, oh, that's a judge. Oh, yeah, I could tell. It's not like seeing somebody from military or Marines and they got this cut, this energy or demeanor about them as if they are a toy soldier robot, you know, and they have to dress like this and walk like this and look like this, and they sign up to be bullies. My whole family signed up on my dad's side to be bullies. I do not give people credit saying, oh, you're military, you're a sergeant, you're a lieutenant, you're Army, military, Air Force. I don't give a fuck about that. You create your own military, you bitch ass nigga. Stop signing up to be a bully for this piece of shit ass country over here that's fucking everything up. Like, y'all niggas don't get more stupider. Yes, you get a clean bag and they take care of you and they will send you checks month to month, you piece of shit. But if that's the case, then don't say anything about these women who's twerking on front of the fucking camera, showing their ass, titties, and pussy, and you signing up to be a fucking bully with your weak ass. Or any of you weak ass motherfuckers signing up to be officers. You're weak. You are weak as shit. And any of y'all watching, y'all weak as fuck. I don't fuck with that shit. I don't fuck with the military. I don't fuck with the police. I don't fuck with none of that shit. We do sign up for things, but then we learn lessons. If you signed up and you learned a lesson, my nephew signed up for the military or the army, went in there, he was like, oh shit, you was right. This ain't it. Cool. He hopped the fuck out of there. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even have to say, you was right. You know what I'm saying? It's just my job to put the tools in front of him to fucking use. You know what I'm saying? That's the next generation. That's what I was processing when I deal with the other younger beings who are not my relatives as well, whether it's younger females or younger men as well too. I process that the same way. Y'all the next generation, so y'all should be having more opportunities, but y'all, they also so demonic and so far out gone that most of them ain't even gonna make it to see 25, 30. You know what I'm saying? I ain't wanna run it up too long. Tapping everything down below. Peace and love to the kings and queens.